another man who decided to come forth with his views on relationships or the dynamic of such and a man's role and a woman's role. I wanted to get into it because it did cause a little stir on the Black Twitter in the Shade Room. The Game, the rapper at The Game, who continues to just give us shit that...
Sorry.
What?
I'm going to do that to everybody, sorry. Shout out to the relationship expert that is The Game. Yes. What did this king have to say?
This king went on a little spree and said...
Can I make a request? Sorry. Yes. I want to make a request to anyone else that's a celebrity or has a high profile. If you're going to give relationship advice, I would like, and this is for men and women, I would like y'all to give it as a relationship, as one unit, one band, one sound. You and your partner get up there and you talk about relationship shit. You don't need to be talking about both sides. That goes for women and for men.
You hear that, Tyrese?
All right. Damn.
Shout out to you.
Damn, motherfuckers is catching strays around these streets. All right.
I'm rooting for him. I pray for him. He's not well.
I pray for everybody.
What did The Game have to say?
So The Game said, why she gotta pay half the rent? She giving you half the pussy or something? Niggas kill me. Since the beginning of time, real men have always taken care of shelter, providing and protecting. And if you ain't got it, go get it.
Oh, please.
If you're wait, you want to stop there?
No, keep going, but please come.
Okay.
Please come over here.
I know. If you're lucky enough to land an independent woman who works her ass off and still comes home to cook, clean, take care of the kids, and go crazy sexually, let her stack what she makes in case y'all need it one day and still handle everything as a man. Everybody different. But it just ain't in me to let my woman share the worry of paying for anything. I feel good carrying that load, and I'm not changing. The term, I got it, baby, don't worry about it, makes most women's soul smile, heartwarm, and vagina get more moist than perfect Toll House cookies. But what do I know?
What do you know? Okay. I see what he was trying to do. I see it.
You see it?
But
it ain't land.
It didn't land for me mostly because, and I appreciate him, and this might be very unpopular. I get accused of centering men on my podcast. So I'm gonna just say, like,
welcome.
All right. If you want to do for your woman, or if you want it's not a woman thing where you hear, I got it, babe, and only a woman is going to be like, that sounds so good to me. A fucking man feels that way too.
Correct.
So also to equate her being valuable enough to do this, like to give this kind of energy to, based off of her cooking, cleaning, and her wet vagina, feels very limiting to me. And I would say that, that is a plus. If anybody, for me, I've never been in a relationship where anyone ever paid for everything. Not ever. I've never dated that tax bracket. But what I will say...
Or you just weren't a prostitute, but...
Or that.
Because I'm wrong, but I read this as we're equating rent with pussy now.
Right.
No, that's literally what he said.
I would be wildly uncomfortable, even if I did date somebody in that tax bracket who just paid for everything, because I would feel indebted to them, and I wouldn't want to, but just the way the patriarchy is set up, I would, and I know that about myself. But furthermore, when it comes to The Game, I feel like he's a really deeply feeling person, and we don't get to see that often. So instead of all of that kind of exchange, this monetary exchange, I'm more interested in like who you are and like your emotional maturity.
He hasn't been linked to anybody over 21 years old.
This is what I'm saying.
Makes sense.
Is that this is what we're equating to a man.
Publicly, I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
For a very long time, he has not been linked to anyone old enough to possibly have their own things. And I think a lot of men his age prey on maybe a girl at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Girl, that's an aside. That's a whole an aside. That's a whole other thing.
Girl.
But with this here, what I'm saying is, sir, I want you to feel loved and feel loved because of your being, not because what you do. And I feel like there's a lot of women out there who feel loved because of what they do, but it's not monetary. It's, I take care of you. I cook. I take care of the kids. I this, I that. Do you love me if I'm just me?
Can I ask y'all then what...
I don't subscribe to this.
I want to ask y'all, because even a part of Kevin Samuel's Endgame, or however he speaks, it has a lot to do with the patriarchy and has a lot to do with gender roles. And I wanted to know to both of you, then what is a provider today? I say that to say, as if these men are going to continue using patriarchy and gender roles essentially without looking at inflation, without looking at how we have changed today, women are working. Women are then also cleaning, bearing children, taking care of children, doing all these things. And yet men are still expecting, because of inflation, one man cannot necessarily
Impossible.
take care of a full household of 2, 3, 4 people on the salaries that are given today. And as women, y'all, I know we all want a nigga that make over 6 figures. Look up the stats. If you want a black man, they're 1%ers. So realistically, you want a woman to do all of these things, but we also still have to go to work.
Women also
and pay
uphold
bills.
the patriarchy, though. I hate to say it, and I'm going to say it.
We do.
We need to highlight the role women play in perpetuating and sustaining patriarchal culture so that we will recognize patriarchy as a system women and men support equally, even if men receive more rewards from that system. Dismantling and changing patriarchal culture is work that men and women must do together. Do you know how many women want their Birkin bag, though? You can't say that. You can't look at the game and say he's tripping if we're over here like, yeah, what you
I told y'all.
you ain't buy me nothing.
I told
you
y'all.
gonna buy me a drink? You gonna do this? Where's the money at? How much you make? That's not fair.
I've also been, so here's another thing. And again, I want to have him on the couch. He does discuss how women's value decreases as they get older. However,
fuck him. I'm not talking about
I know,
him.
but to be fair, if we're getting into how we uphold this,
It's rooted.
yeah, and I get that.
In all
but
of
I
us.
will say a lot of women want those things from men when they can't get it for themselves. And I was one of those women. I'm not gonna lie. You can't take me out, or I don't want to be taken out unless you pay this, my bills. I'm not fucking you unless you do this and that for me. When I didn't have it myself. So as women, yes, just because also, what do we have to rely on? It's not really selling drugs. It's not scamming. We lay on our backs. A lot of times, if we have to get what we want, if we can't get the jobs that we want to have, but because of systemic oppression, women are still fighting to get a lot of those jobs. They're still fighting to get paid equal pay.
Yeah.
So I say
Some
all
women.
that.
I don't identify with that, but I hear you.
A lot of women, but
women.
but I also say that to say when women do reach like a grown woman status or an auntie status, like we're sitting on this couch where we have our own money, we pay our own bills, we have our own place to stay. A lot of men do become intimidated by that, and so that's a whole nother conversation.
I just think that both similarly. Where was that quote from?
Bell Hooks. Excuse me, that was Bell Hooks.
that was
not
Bell
me.
Hook. Look,
That was fabulous.
yeah,
though.
that
but
was.
because
We do.
because I think as women, and that's why I said it's important how things are relayed to our generation now. Not that the approach needs to be padded, but that it has to be delivered in such a way that still allows us, because our generation, right? Our generation of women in particular. I'm always so grateful for the timing, right? Because I just turned 35 last week. I'm always grateful
Happy
for the
belated
timing.
queen.
Thank you.
Come on, 35.
I love being in
35.
I love being in my 30s. I've never wanted to be younger than I was. I've never wanted to be older than I was. I always loved being in the age that I was in. Always. And
Girl,
so
that is powerful.
always, which is why when I hear
fake ID.
when I hear people say, I mean, I had one at 20 because I was like, oh my God, I just a couple more months, and I would beg, and to be rejected just got ridiculous.
Only
So I
at
was
20,
like,
not
oh my God.
at... Okay, never mind. I'm toxic.
I tried in high school once
16,
because I
bitch.
just wanted to be outside, but I wasn't even drinking or anything like that until I got older.
You
so
weren't?
not really.
You wasn't sneaking Smirnoffs out the fridge from your mama?
I did by accident. I did once when I was 14, and then not again until I was like a senior in high school.
Did y'all's mama ever tell you that there was worms at the bottom of beer? That's why you shouldn't drink it?
No.
Oh, that's what... I was
My mother
told,
and my
I was
father
told
was
that to
drinking
not
beer,
drink.
so-
They said there's worms at the bottom. You won't like this.
No, I just knew I would have got my ass kicked from my dad. So.
Oh, nah. We did it. Every birthday party, you know, when the parents is back playing spades, oh, bitch, that's when we used to steal all the little beers and Smirnoffs and drink it. So,
Anyway.
y'all really didn't do that?
No.
Am I-
No, girl, no.
No, what I'm
Okay,
saying
sorry.
No, I think
right.
women, I think we've had it rough, but I also think we've been really lucky because
My liver done had it rough.
we were raised.
Why are you like this? Why are you this
Can't
way?
help herself.
Okay, I'm
Can't help
sorry.
herself. herself.
sorry.
She can't help herself.
Go ahead.
This is she's in the danger zone. So, no, but it's true. I think we've really struggled with trying to establish, like, our generation was encouraged to be creatives and be entrepreneurs. It's like, well, go to college, but then if you could figure it out after that, great. Like, our generation was encouraged to do all of those things.
Were
and
they?
the generations that followed.
I'll be honest.
We were encouraged encouraged to be individuals.
As a generalization.
As a generalization, our generation was the first generation that was encouraged to be individuals.
I think through
for real.
social media. I will say, even going through school though, like there was like, so I went back to college late at like 24, but it's because I went to an all minority school, like all black school in Orlando. Shout out 407 Chopper City. But when I was in school, I'm not gonna lie, we not only, I've talked about it, we had a daycare at the school, but we had a cosmetology, a nursing program. And I think that we were pushed to those types of trades. We were pushed to trades first off. Like we weren't pushed to anything else but trades. I didn't even know about accounting until I moved up to New York. I'll be completely honest. The idea of business or working in accounting and finance, that didn't come to me until I moved to New York, which has
the South.
Wall Street. Is it because it's the South?
I think so.
Is that what it is?
I mean, it is, but I also,
don't make that face.
trades.
Don't make that face. I'm not gonna lie. We don't have a Wall Street in Florida.
Trade schools are still adjacent to entrepreneurship in my mind, because if you're going to
Okay.
cosmetology school,
I get
it's
that.
still
You're
something
right.
you
You're
can
right.
still branch off and do your own thing. If you decide you want to
You're
become
right.
a mechanic, you can branch off and have your own shop. Like, it still encourages entrepreneurship. So
You're
even
right.
if you're in college, I think our generation was the first group that went to college, got in college debt, like, you know, and then realized that might not have been the best
Yeah.
idea.
Bitch, that's
And
why
then-
Joe Biden ain't my friend no more.
All right.
I thought he
So-
was gonna give me 50,000 off.
Jesus Christ.
He didn't do it.
I paid mine off though.
Did you?
Wow.
You
My
did what,
asshole.
Black Queen?
I have no debt.
Look at God. Look at God.
I'm super hyped. I
Look at
paid
you.
that off.
That
Look
is
at you.
wait, really?
Antoinette, that's amazing, bro.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
That is amazing, cause girl, they ain't
I
getting
don't know
nothing but the
anybody. Right.
minimum.
I don't know
Hey, bitch,
anybody.
I ain't
that's-
gonna hold you.
No.
Hey, I got that coronavirus motherfucking update. Like we are the defaulting. What is it called? Delaying, whatever it is,
Yeah.
where they said
Deferring.
There we go.
Defaulting. Child, you don't want to default.
You don't ever
Well,
want to default.
whatever,
Never default. Never
wherever it was where I didn't have to pay. Oh, bitch, they still ain't had. They ain't had
Girl.
no payment since last July.
I lived like a child.
And no interest?
It was like 4 of us in a 1-bedroom apartment, so I could pay that shit off.